Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 10 now. I don't know how many episodes we're gonna have this season. You know, at some point they were talking about 11 episodes and that the episode 11 would be really long. And also on IMDb and other websites like that, they are saying 12 episodes. If you know the truth, if they confirmed it somewhere, because it's mostly that, you know, it's a lot of fans which are saying it's gonna be 11 episodes, it's gonna be 12 episodes. When? Well, it was confirmed really, truly, how many episodes we're gonna have for Demon Slayer for this season. If you know the truth, you can put that on the comments. Maybe you can see that my face or my way of talking, just a fair warning before beginning this intro, I have a little mood. You know, I have a little mood. I'm not sad like hell, I'm not mad, I'm not fully excited neither and stuff like that. Little mood, you know, like it's Monday morning, like usually for Demon Slayer, but it's a week that I'm beginning like that with a little mood. You know, when you are at half of the month and you already don't have any money in your pockets and you know that you're gonna have other stuff to pay for the rest of the month and stuff like that, you have really that kind of mood like, why waking up, you know, like that kind of little mood. So it's just a fair warning before beginning this intro because you know me, I'm an emotional person and I'm also honest with you guys about my moods also during the intro because I'm human and I think that it can impact my way to react to one episode or another one. Like for sure I'm gonna react differently to this episode than on a usual day, on a usual video. So that was just a little fair warning. Okay, we finished the last episode with a question mark, you know, about Tokito. For me, it's not that. You know, it's not that I'm into a big denial or stuff like that. It's really just that I'm applying my role, body cold, eyes closed. If I don't see that, the person is not dead. Also, that flashback moment with his family could say that maybe he died because he joined them in death and you know they are proud of him and they are welcoming him in death. Or that moment could say also just that he did his job, that they are proud of him, that they are proud of him remembering them and being himself again. And I really think that all of that memory stuff, it was coming from a traumatic experience, you know, because okay, he didn't remember how it was when he killed, you know, that first demon, the one who attacked his brother, because it was into that kind of rage. Maybe it's related also with the marks, you know, being into that state, all of that. Maybe it's related to that also. But no matter what, he didn't remember that moment killing that demon, but after that he went back to his home, to his brother, he talked with his brother, so he remembered his brother during that moment. And we saw with all of the other flashbacks that between the moment, you know, of this attack and between right now, nothing really happened which could justify the fact that he lost all of his memories. So I really think that being that hurt after, you know, this attack, and you know they took care of him, the master's wife, her kids and all, I think that because of all of that traumatic experience, he lost his memories during that moment. You know, at first I thought that it was more like a demon took his memories out, and with how it happened and with how also he had his memories back, I really think that in fact it was something psychological, you know. And it could be totally logical with the fact that he was just a kid and that was really traumatic, all of what happened to him. He lost his two parents on the same day. After that, he had to live like that with his brother, he lost his brother with these conditions. All of that was really traumatic for him, I really think so. So yes, really for me, it's the explanation of that for what happened to him for his memories. I'm really glad that he has his memories back, and now we're gonna meet the real Muchiro, you know? We're gonna meet the real him with all of his feelings, with all of his reactions. For his attitude and his personality, he showed a little of it, and I think that he's gonna be, you know, the nice guy who is not really intervening a lot, who is really not saying bad stuff, you know. He doesn't have a shiny personality, but he doesn't have also, you know, a bad personality. But with the things that he's saying, I think that he's gonna say some sarcastic stuff sometimes, because his personality began, you know, to get out when he killed that demon, Upper 5, and we saw with all of what he said to him that he could say some lines like that, and okay, it was to test that demon, you know, to brag him and to push him also to commit mistakes. But I think that it's also going with his personality, so it's cool, you know, to meet Muchiro for real, for now, and it's even better because, you know, at first I had some issues to connect with him. I appreciated the character because I thought that he was interesting, but to connect with him it was difficult, because to connect with a character you have to connect with him, emotionally, and he didn't show any emotion, so that was difficult. When we learned more about him with all of these flashbacks, I began to connect with him, so now I really want to meet him. It could be cool. But first we need to have the confirmation that he's not dead. And I'm not sure that we're gonna have it right now, because right now we have another fight to deal with. Upper 4, you know how much I love Upper 4, I love all of the symbolism, you know, behind this demon, all of that thing about getting his emotions out to protect him, because they are stronger than him, who is weak because he's afraid, and the fact that hatred at the end maybe can take the control of everything, can eat all of the other emotions to really protect him even more, and can be all of the other emotions and can be that powerful. The symbolism behind that is so great, and that's why I want to have the background, you know, a flashback for this demon. I talked about it with one of you guys on my Patreon, the fact that I was surprised to not have any flashback moment for Upper 5, and you guys on my Patreon, you told me that it was maybe because of the fact that Tanjiro was not there, and that when we had flashbacks for Demon, it was always when Tanjiro was right there. And I think that it's really interesting, because we know how nice Tanjiro is, and the fact that he wants also his sister, you know, to come back as human. So I think that it's maybe, yes, because of that, because Tanjiro has that eye, you know, on things and on Demon, that we have access to these flashbacks, you know, as viewers, to understand more that Demon, and to understand more that before that was someone human, you know. So I really hope that we're gonna have that for Upper 4, but first we need to find a way to approach him, you know, to kill hatred, to really find a way to fight right there. The Love Hashira is so great, she's really wonderful, and even more her sword. I'm amazed by her sword, and I want to understand her sword, you know. There are still things that I don't understand about it. How can it be like that and all? And maybe, you know, we discovered a lot about Tokito, the Mist Hashira, during this season, so it would be great to learn more about the Love Hashira also, maybe to have some flashbacks about her. It could be interesting. I think that it's not gonna be as deep and as important also for the future, because you know my theory about Tokito, the wielder, the marks who suddenly appeared weirdly, you know, like the marks which are going on, you know, on Tanjiro's family. You know my theory about these two being related as cousins or something like that, and maybe in fact the real direct descendant, you know, from the wielder, the sun blessing technique, all of that, it's maybe more Tanjiro, and Tokito, you know, is one of the descendants, but maybe not directly. That's what I think for now. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. And don't call me stupid on the comments and stuff like that, because my theories are wrong. Again, they are theories. I didn't read the manga, I'm not gonna read them. I didn't make any research, I'm not gonna make any. And if you want someone who is lying to you, who already knows everything about everything, and who is lying to you by saying that not at all, just to please you guys, just to go with your ideas, just to please the fans, you know, because that person read that on all of these fan accounts and websites, go somewhere else. I'm not gonna lie to you. I play the game, you know, of this anime, trying to understand stuff, you know, trying to pick up some clues. Sometimes I'm right, most of the time I'm wrong, and I'm totally okay with that, because it's a part of the game and I love to play that game. And if you don't accept that, you have plenty of other reactors on YouTube who can please you, and also maybe some who already read the manga and who are gonna go with you, you know, with your ideas. If you want someone who already read the manga, I'm not the good reactor for you, and you should go to see someone else. I'm totally okay with that, and I'm encouraging you to do that, because if you can't control yourself on the comments and you are just insulting me and calling me stupid, just know that I will delete your comment, and if you are doing it again, I will block you. See, I have really that little mood today, because I already said that during a previous intro, and I was really more mad and more excited about it, more like, oh, that's my channel, don't do that. And right now I'm telling you all of that with really a calm voice, and with really like, I'm not mad, I'm really like a little mood. I told you, it's a little mood day, it's like that. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want, you have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, one day sooner, and with full reaction parts only. Like normally I put some extended reaction part, but this season was so big, with each episode being so big, with so many things happening into it, that I put only full reaction parts for this season. So I think that it's gonna be the same also for today, you know, the fight against Upper Force. So if you can be interested by that, to have the full reaction part with full opacity and all, it's on my Patreon, and you have it sooner, one day sooner, and it's the best way to support me if you want, if you can. It can be appreciated, and like I said at the beginning of this intro, it can be also really useful. Again, half of the month and I'm already like, okay, so no food shopping anymore until the end of the month, nothing else, like really, I'm gonna spend all of the rest of my month like that at my place. And it's not, you know, because I made a big, I spent, you know, my money on a big thing and stuff like that. No. It's just like these 2-3 last months, it's like that, you know, half of the month I'm already like, electricity and gas, you know, also they are not helping us in Europe. Like everything went up, also everything, you know, at food shopping and all, like everything went up. Like we are really beginning to feel it and to be affected by it also into our regular lives and stuff like that. Just to say that if you want and if you can, don't put yourself in difficulties. If you want and if you can, it can be appreciated. And if you want to support me or also to continue my channel, it can be appreciated. Let's go for this episode. Be respectful! Don't talk like that to a lady. You have a little brother? Cat love shower? Ah! Merci is cool. Winds of love? sweet names. Come on, girl. She's occupying him. Take care of that, you know. Tu didn't understand that? Oh, she was close and it's so powerful. Yes, but what about, you know, her mental health and all? Flashbacks. So cool!
Kanroji-san? Kanroji-san? 君と結婚できるのなんて熊かイノシシか牛くらいでしょう。
What?
このお見合いはなかったことに。私のことは忘れてください。
You're polite, but you said also bad stuff and you just broke her heart.
お父さんはすごいだろう。
Oh, you all have the same thing. I thought that it was makeup. But you all have the same. I'm not saying anything about it, I have plenty of them everywhere.
ちょうど母が弟を身ごもっていた時のこと。みつり？どこなのみつり
Your hair,
台
what
所仕事を手伝お
they
うと
change?
4貫もの重さの漬物石を持ち上げたのだという。
You're that strong!
この日、人生初で腰を抜かしたとのことだ。私は小さい頃からよく食べた。食べることが好きだった。
Ah, your hair!
本当に大丈夫ですか？
When what happened? We didn't have the explanation of it.
やってみればいい。はっけよい。わかった。みつりの腕は遅いけど、筋肉の密度が常人とは違うんだろうな。
私は周囲の女の子と違うことに気づいてきた。
It's great. You're unique.
私、お嫁さんになれるのかな。私、力持ちだし、いっぱい食べるし、髪だって変な色だし。
Because she's strong and she eats a lot, she's not gonna be appreciated by men. Men can't stand someone stronger than them. What a surprise.
うちにいればいいじゃないか。
Oh.
これは隠さねばと思った。髪は染め粉で黒くした。力も弱いふりをした。家族みんな
You
が
were not
心配してい
yourself.
た。
In your family, they saw that you were not yourself.
いいのかな。私、一生こうして生きていくのかな。力が強いのも、髪の毛も、全部私なのに、私は私じゃないふりするの。私が私の
Can you do that for the rest of your life?
私のままの私がいられる場所ってこの世にないの。私のこと好きになってくれる人はいないの。
Oh my dear.
こんなのおかしいよ。
All of them intervened. Not just Hashira.
看護師さんを守るんだ。一番可能性のあるこの人が希望の光だ。
Oh, a ray of hope. Good way to describe her.
俺たちは
なんと滑稽な。
Excuse me, what?
みんなありがとう。柱なのにヘマしちゃってごめんね。視察隊は私の大切な居場所なんだから。
They accepted you for who you are.
かっこいい。
Huh? Also.
悪いやつには絶対負けない。本気だったら。
君は神様から特別に愛された人なんだよ。みつり、自分の強さを誇りなさい。
It's so nice of you to say it. She needed to hear that.
お父さん、お母さん、 私を丈夫に売ってくれてありがとう。
I'm so glad for you. I have really a little mood today. I said it. I can cry for her to be accepted somewhere, to be truly herself.
イグロさんがね、私にしわしわの長い靴下をくれたのよ。
Iguro?
何？イグロさん何？私に？
Does he appreciate you? We know that she's searching for a guy. Maybe just he's nice with her.
破れたらまた新しいのやる。
怖くって力を抑えていたけど、もうやめるね。
Show yourself! Your full potential.
任せといて、みんな私が守るからね。
Oh, I just thought of it. The fact that the Love Hashira is gonna destroy the hatred, love against hatred. Love is gonna win! So symbolic again! Ah!
もっと血の巡りを早くして。もっと早く。
Her scene is cool!
守るって言ったでしょ。あっちには行かせないんだから。
この小娘宣告よりも動きが速い。何をした？
Is that good?
朝初めからあったか。あれは鬼の文様と似ている。
What does it mean?
この小娘のせいでワッパどもの方へトカゲをやれぬ。憎たらしい。
I'm not sure of my translation in French of Christ. Eh?
俺は鬼を食うことで一時的だが鬼の大好きになれる。
Devouring demon?
だけ最低力も上がり筋力も上がる。
That's why you didn't need to eat earlier, maybe. It is not. Good call, Nezuko!
この腕動きも鈍くなった。いける。今回の首を切るまでは終わらない。ひどい。まだそんなに遠くには行ってない。
It was. Ah! Knew it! He's weak and he's a coward.
貴様のしたことは他の誰でもない。貴様の責任を取れ。
A flashback about you!
わしは生まれてから一度たりとも嘘などついたことがない。これほどかわいそうなのに誰も同情しない。
I showed him sympathy because for me, his ability is so interesting, so bright. Genya? Ah! This episode was a 5-minute episode, come on.
1日170個の桜餅を8ヶ月食べ続けたら髪と目の色が今の色に変わる。
Ah! Okay, we have the answer about it.
次回最終話つないだ絆川垂れ時
The final episode! So really we're gonna have only 11 episodes. You know, I asked you the question at the beginning of this video, you know, during the intro. What was happening, you know, we would have 11 episodes or 12 episodes. It was different informations on different websites. And they responded to it, it's gonna be 11 episodes. But I think that they said that this episode 11 would be really longer. It would be like the episode 1. It would be really longer. Cool! But it means that we just have one episode left for the monthly year. It's a little sad also. It's already the end. Really, this season I didn't see it You know, like, I had the impression that we began this season yesterday, because really all of these episodes were important, were big, with many informations into it. They mixed actions, flashbacks, explanations and stuff like that. It was so cool this season. Okay, let's talk about what happened during this episode. Again, we had flashbacks, actions, reverse and all. Again, and explanations also. So really, all of this season was like that, and it's so cool. It was great to learn more about her. That's what I wanted. I said it also during the intro. I didn't think that we would have that much, you know, about her and her past, but we had a lot, and that was cool. Before, you know, discovering all of that about her past, I was already, you know, finding her sweet and nice. Maybe too sweet and too nice, and sometimes it was too much for me because of my personality, you know, just to be that sweet, that nice, and that, oh, you know, sometimes it can be a little annoying. But still, I found her sweet and nice, and, you know, she's a good character, she's cool. And we discovered during the previous episodes that she was also an amazing fighter, and that her sword was really great, really interesting. But to discover more about her past during these flashbacks, it's really nice, because, you know, before that, what she explained about herself, like she's trying to find a guy, she entered into the Demon Slayers and all just to find a guy, so it was fun, you know, as an explanation and all. But right now we can understand that it's not really because of that. Okay, she didn't lose that purpose, you know, of being married at some point, but she didn't enter into the Demon Slayer's corps and all just for that. And for that, in fact, she entered into it because she needed a place where she could be accepted for who she is truly, where she could be really truly herself. And it made me sad, you know, that during a certain period of time she felt like she had to hide herself to be accepted, to find a guy, that eating that much, being that strong, having her hair like that, you know, shining, it was too much to handle, you know, for these guys, and she would never get married. Do I need to say something about it, you know, about guys who are not going for the strong girls, who are eating a lot, who are truly herself, and it's too much for them to handle? Do I need to say something about it, truly? I don't think so. But I think that all of her speech, you know, and also all of her doubts about, can I do that? Can I really hide who I am truly for the rest of my life? It's gonna be a miserable life and all of that. I think that all of that speech, all of these things, it can talk to many people, not only women, you know, but also some guys, and also all of the LGBT, you know, community. I think that she's a good character also for that, to represent when you're not accepted for who you are, and when you are forced to hide yourself, but it's too much and it's making you sad and all. So I thought that it was cool to have a character like that, and a character who is so expressive, you know, with her emotions, with how she feels, and the fact that she decided to not do that, to not go on that life, to not even try it. I mean, she tried it, but when she should have said okay, she said no, I'm not gonna do it like that. And she found a place where she's accepted, when she can be truly herself. And right there, you know, the fact that she understood that during that moment, with Tanjiro saying that, and that's why she revealed her full potential during that moment, it's making me even more proud of her, because not only she can be herself, she's accepted for herself, but she wants also to push her own limits and to, you know, to go further with that, with her abilities, and it's so cool. That mark, you know, Demon Crest. I'm not sure of my translation of Crest. Remember that I'm French, so I don't have all of the words, all of the translation. But Crest? No. I'm I'm reading all of the definitions because it can't be the first one. Ah! It's a crest, you know, like during the chivalry time and all of that. It's a mark like she belongs to a demon, or you know, like a crest, like you are putting on a letter, like you are putting on a thing. For what I understood, you know, for that translation, that definition, it's really the crest. It's to mark that it's your thing, you know. You're putting that on your things. So right there, she belongs to a demon. You know, I'm searching on the flashbacks that we discovered right now. We didn't see her with any demon at some point. We miss 1 or 2 flashbacks right there to understand that. Before that, we didn't see it because her dress, you know, was going right there. Even if it was showing all of her boobs, I know. But when she was young, you know, during these flashbacks, no, when she was a kid, she didn't have it. Maybe one of the guys that she tried to marry, you know, put it like that. I don't know, but I want to know. Now that I know the real definition of it, you know, when it happened, during the moment, I was like, you know, a demon's crest, I was like, okay, maybe it's a demon's mark because she attacked a demon, and that demon, you know, before being killed, he managed, you know, to put something on her, like, you know, she's haunted by it, but she's cursed, you know, by that demon. I thought about something like that, like a curse mark. But it's not really that, for what I understood. It's not a curse mark, it's more like she belongs to a demon. I don't like that. Her fighting, that was amazing. Her theme, you know, her theme music is so great. For sure, it's not like the one of Tanjiro, which is really more epic and stuff like that, which is so great. But that's a cool one because it's a sweet one, but still, you know, it's a rhythmic one, and it's really a good one. Oh, and we had the beginning of a flashback about Upper 4, and you know how much I'm interested by learning more about him, his past, to have the explanation behind this ability that I love so much, which is so symbolic with these emotions. He had a boss who was mistreating him. He was not considered at all, but he took it really bad, you know, the fact that Tanjiro said that he lied, because for him he never lied, you know, not once into his life. He admits, you know, that he's weak, that he's a coward and all of that, but he never lied. I want to know more, and I will know more. If we have one more episode, which is gonna be that long, you know, I think that people were talking about a 1 hour episode. I will learn more. It's gonna be cool! It's gonna be so cool. These 3 against the real Perfor while she's dealing with hatred. And I thought about it during this episode. I didn't, you know, connect the things before. The Love Hashira is gonna show all of her love powers to fight against hatred. This demon and everything around this demon, his ability, and even now, you know, his enemy, it's so symbolic, it's so interesting, I love it! It's the first time, you know, that we had a lot of demons who were really interesting and all, but that's the first time that we have a demon who has an ability which is so deep, you know, with the meaning of it, and you know, they went really far with that, so it's so cool. I love it! And we have also now the explanation about the hair at the end thanks to that thing, the post-credit scene. Cool! That was a cool episode. She almost made me cry, you know, when she said that she couldn't be herself and all, and it was making her that sad. But no, she's not gonna do that. She's gonna be truly herself. Oh, the socks! That guy, I can't remember his name, the snake, Hashira. He can be a friend who just wants to take care of her, or maybe we had another intention, you know, purpose behind that. No matter what, I'm just glad that she has an home, you know, a place and people who are accepting who she is, and maybe one friend or maybe also a love interest. Okay, I'm gonna end this video right there. As you can see, really I think that you can see the difference with my face and my tone and voice at the end of this review and at the beginning of the intro. You can see the difference of it, and you can see that Demon Slayer helped a lot to improve my mood. And that's cool. I love that. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Right.